Hey guys, happy Monday. Hope everyone had a good weekend. And it is time for another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. So, Mr. Rafa is back from his Hawaiian vacation. He actually, I think, got into town late last Wednesday night. And then, of course, he doesn't work Thursdays and Fridays. So, yeah, he is back and back at it, doing the Rafa thing, which is insane detail, which is what we do here in the shop. And so he got back on, not surprisingly, his favorite project here, the 54 right-hand drive barn door. And he got a few things done on the motor here. So he had previously formed this line, which is basically what we started with was a dual carburetor line that Wolfsburg West makes for their Ocrasa kit. And then we modified it a lot, cut it down. Normally it runs sort of over here because the Ocrasa carburetor sit up kind of high. Chopped it down this way, bent it, formed it, made it loop over the generator. And then today he finished hooking it up to the carburetors. We got some bits and pieces back from zinc plating like this and this piece here, which is what has the nipple on it for the fuel line. And so, yeah, some other hardware stuff. So these kind of went back together. And, yeah, I finished hooking up the fuel line. So the nipples on these are too big for this size fuel line. So pretty much what he ended up having to do is braze on a sleeve onto this fuel line to increase the size to like a 8mm fuel line, which is used on really early Beetles, like 7 or 8mm, I don't remember, something like that, versus 6 for the earlier stuff. So yeah, he pretty much brazed a sleeve on the ends here. In fact, you can kind of see the end of it right there. Yeah, so pretty much brazed a sleeve to adapt this line up to the bigger size here, and then use the genuine German braided stuff like what would be used in this case on a 25 horse with a bigger 7 or 8mm line. Anyway, so yeah, lots of little details like that, just going into it, adapting stuff, making stuff work together, making it look super clean. So yeah, spent some time on that today. And I don't remember, that might have been the main thing that he got done on the motor today. We spent some time talking about this linkage, so we need to connect a link from here to here, which is for the choke, so that when the choke cable pulls this one is able to push this one, the choke on this side. So we spent some time brainstorming about that. I think I'm going to order some parts from McMaster Car, and we'll see if we can mock something up here. Other than that, he pulled the pop-outs out because we got some really nice reproduction, correct-looking barn door pop-out window latches. And I don't know where those are at the moment, but you guys will see those eventually. But anyway, so these frames came out, and then he did have to weld new little tabs on them, which are the correct tabs that work with the barn door pop-out latches. So welded those on, and then our paint and body, God, I can't even talk today, guys. Our paint and body guy took the frames and prepped them, sanded them, and he's got them in primer now. Going to paint them tomorrow to, of course, match the car. And so those will probably go on a little later this week, back on with the correct looking, very nice reproduction barn door latches that I got from a guy off the Samba. And I'm sorry, I can't remember his name or the name of his shop. But if anyone wants to know, send me a message or whatever, and I can get you that info. But yeah, so these are going to go on and look even better. And what else? There's probably some other little minor things he did, but I think those are kind of the main things that got done on here today. So since we're standing here, let's take a look at this beauty. So I went ahead today and ran out to Wolfsburg West and picked up the front and rear bumpers for this car, and picked up the trunk liner, the wiring cover. I'm going to wait to put those on, I think, until I install the stereo, which I ordered, and hopefully be here in a day or two. Go ahead and install that, and then hook up the battery, make sure all the wiring. I'm pretty sure I tested all the wiring and everything works great, but probably wait till I double check everything, install the radio, and then go ahead and install all this stuff. But I have it now, so at least it's ready when I am. Anyway, so yeah, bumpers. got those today, picked those up from Wolfsburg West, and we had previously, like months and months ago, we'd had all the bumper hardware powder coated in the correct silver color for this relatively late model car here, 67. So yeah, Jacob went ahead and I don't think he'd ever installed a set of bumpers, so I went ahead and challenged him to do that. I helped him out a little bit with the back one, kind of showed him the rope, so to speak, here, and but he did most of the work. And then also had him go ahead and install and wire the 67 only backup lights, and they look super cool on there. All original, pretty much just cleaned them up. We can maybe polish them up a little bit better, but yeah, super nice original condition. Those, the lenses, everything on them were super nice. Again, they probably stand a little bit of polish because the bumper now, of course, being new, looks amazing, and these look a little dull next to it. So yeah, we may see if we can brighten these up a little bit, but yeah, they look incredible. And again, they're kind of cool because VW only did that for 1 year, and then in '68, the reverse lights went on the new larger tail lights. So cool little 67 only thing for people who love 67 only things. The other thing Jacob did today, as you see, if you got a keen eye, is he went ahead and installed the tailpipes. Also Wolfsburg West with their little install kit, all the clamps and stuff like that. So yeah, this car is really coming together. While we're back here, he went ahead and put in the license plate bracket in there. It basically sandwiches between the tail light housing and the seal for it, and the deck lid kind of gets sandwiched in there. So that's on. And then front bumper, he did 100% himself. I didn't lift a finger on this one. So yeah, he kind of learned how to do it roughly on the back, and then did this one all by himself. Had it on pretty quick. He said the front one was much easier, which in my experience is usually true, but every car is different, so who knows. But anyway, yeah, so this car is looking amazing. I think the hubcaps, which again we got original 66, 67 only hubcaps, and I think, fingers crossed, those are going to be done chroming today and that I can pick them up tomorrow. So next time you guys see this beauty tomorrow, hopefully it'll also have its hubcaps on, and that is just going to be the cherry on top of this car. And that's pretty much going to complete the car cosmetically from the outside. Talked to my upholstery guy today. I got to have him do the carpet on the backrest of the back seat, and it kind of tucks into the body back there, so probably get that going a little later this week. We got to put the script on, which we have a very nice original one, and I already got the little retainers for it. So yeah, this car getting super close, and boy, it is a sight to behold. What a beauty. The chrome and the red just look so amazing together. Very happy with this car, and I think the owners will be too. I think they're gonna get a lot of fun out of this car. So that was mostly what Jacob was up to. So what the heck did I do other than drive out to Wolfsburg West? I worked on this guy here. So part of the reason I went out to Wolfsburg West is I wanted to pick up what I needed to continue on this one. This is the 67 80s, I would say, cowlick car. And so, yeah, I needed axle seals. I didn't have any left in my stash, and there was signs at least one side the axle seals were leaking, so I wanted to replace both of those. So I had previously tore them apart, picked up the seal kits today, did those, and then I couldn't bring myself to install the rotors all rusty because they had not been painted originally when they were installed. So this disc brake kit was on the car already, and so when the owner or whoever installed it hadn't painted it, I couldn't bring myself to install these rotors without painting them, because the front ones, of course, are new. Look at that. You can't have that on the front and then have a rusty ones on the back, especially since he's running Fuchs style wheels, and that stuff all shows through. So, it's better if it looks good. Anyway, so yeah, installed those, and then somehow somebody had too long of the rubber brake line that goes from the frame horn over to the axle there. They had super long ones. Don't know why. Oh, there it is. It's like at least several inches too long. So I picked up and plus they looked kind of old. I don't know. I didn't really trust them. So between the fact that they were just way too long and a little old looking, went ahead and replaced those. So you can see those right there. And then it did before, if you saw the video probably late last week, it had this like little lame adapter hoses connecting the brake caliper to the brake hardline. So I got rid of that junk and kind of took some measurements and stuff and came up with that I needed I don't remember the exact length, but I think it ended up being like 145 millimeter hard brake line, and just ran it directly from the hose there on the axle. Made a couple nice curves in it, compound curves going in multiple different directions. It's very much like a three-dimensional brake line, and yeah, just ran it directly into the caliper here. So much cleaner, and a couple less failure points not having that hose in there. So yeah, pretty happy with how that came out. Much cleaner installation and should be much safer. So yeah, I kind of got the back of this car back together today. That was pretty much my main project for today, other than driving out to Wolfsburg West and working with Mr. Jacob on at least that back bumper there. So I believe, guys, that is pretty much, oh, well, here, not quite it. So my upholstery guy finished the back seats. These are actually for the tennis ball. So these are done already, all handmade here. Just bought, I don't even remember how many yards of, I think 4 yards, of basket weave, and I think it was 6 yards of the plane from our local upholstery supply shop called Global Upholstery Supply, I think. Anyway, we just call them Global. But yeah, got the basket weave and the plain vinyl, and had previously picked up the horsehair pads. So yeah, he's finished these, and I think he's going to have the front seats done maybe tomorrow even. I don't know, next couple days. So and then these seats, they're all going to go into storage for a while because we won't need them. But our upholstery guy wasn't super busy at the moment, so went ahead and had him get started on these, and he's going to knock them out. And then once the car is painted, then he'll go ahead and do the headliner and the carpet right away, pretty much. Probably even before we start assembling the car, just go ahead and get those things out of the way. So anyway, that is it for today, guys. Appreciate you watching. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel. It helps us out. And always appreciate likes and comments and thumbs up and all that good stuff. So thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.